freedom, I think at the core of every human being is a yearning, is a fight to find a place where their spirit is as least restricted, as least burdened with anxieties as possible. The human spirit has a yearning to be free. And what I found on my journey to live my best life is freedom has come in the form of minimalism, in the form of less relationships and less things. In 2 years of living out of my car with one bag of stuff in my back seat, what I have found is a place where I am as peaceful, as joyful as possible in this world. Many people, because of lack of freedom, because of anxieties, because of stresses, many people turn to self-mutilation. Many people pull out their hair, pick at their skin, pick at other people. Many people who aren't free project their hate and their discord onto you. People who don't have peace, people who don't have freedom, are looking to steal yours. So minimalism and living out of my car has brought a level of freedom from the mental anxieties that are like paper cuts in this life. Changing, the paper towel roll, cleaning your house on a Sunday instead of being outside in nature, feeling sun. Cleaning the rim of your toilet bowl, cleaning the grout line in your shower. To me, that's not freedom. That's burdened. A burdened life, restricted and confined to a cell, a sheetrock cell. Is there freedom living in your car and living on the road? As much as possible in this world. There are some restrictions. You have to comply with the law. You have to park legally, which usually means staying at campgrounds or truck stops for one night. So living in your car is certainly not perfect. For certain people, it may be hell. Living simple, I believe, is freedom for all people, however you're going to define it. But again, certainly if you wanted a big house, freedom is defining your life on your terms. I would agree with that. But for me, my job is to share my life and how I view it. For me, freedom is living without the confines of a house and all that it brings. Even if I didn't own the house, having a landlord, there's a confinement. Your landlord is almost the warden of the jail. It's true. There's some great landlords. I know some people who are, so it doesn't have to be a bad relationship. But in my mind, that's how I look at it. Your neighbors are your cellmates. Your painting of your house, your cleaning of your house is your daily work in the yard. For me, I don't want those things hanging over my head. I don't want to get so frustrated with those things that I don't feel free, so I have to now I never self-mutilated, but I felt the pain of life with having more restrictions on my creative spirit, on my imaginary spirit. Sometimes even when I'm stressed out now, I still face stress, I still face anxieties of life, but my spirit can roam free enough that those anxieties are able to dissipate at a quicker rate. Meaning that when you go through a stress or anxiety of life and you add the burdens of home ownership, of being static in a house, my spirit can't dissipate the stress as quick. And to live your best life, to live a free life, you want anxieties and stresses to be less, and you want joy to be more. To live a financially free life, you want your income to be more and your expenses to be less. Freedom. There is something deep in the DNA of a human being that yearns for freedom. On the Statue of Liberty in the United States of America, which is a symbol of freedom, what's etched in that stone is that bring us your poor and those yearning for freedom. Freedom is the direction that the human spirit wants. It yearns to go to a place where it's less restricted, less confined, and has more options and has less commitments. That's freedom. And for me, that means living simple. It means living in my car, roaming free, having to deal with some restrictions of parking legally and some, burdens that come on the road, but it's as free as possible in this world. Less relationships is as free as possible in this world. I don't have to worry about someone else's happiness. I don't have to worry about someone else is sick. I have to take care of them. I don't have to worry about someone's in a bad mood today. I have to watch what I say. Financial freedom. I have to work. I have to do things I wish I didn't have to do at times, but I need income, and I keep my expenses low by living in my car, by living a simple life. I'm not spending my money on, luxury things. But everyone spends their money different. Again, you should do whatever you want. But for me, freedom is living simple. It's living in my car. It's living with less commitments, less obligations, less people. Allowing my spirit to go exactly where it yearns to go, which is a place with less restrictions, less mental anxieties, less headaches. So I can maximize my creative gifts. I think most humans, some more than others, have a gift to create. Whether it's art, whether it's the spoken word, whether it's music, whether it's a business plan. I think something deep within a human wants to create. I think you create more when you are freer, when you have less restrictions on the mind. I think the human wants to be loved, but I think what you'll find in most relationships is there's a lot of restrictions around that love. Very few relationships are unconditional love. Maybe your mother, if you're lucky, that'd be about it. Even your children, after they get of puberty, once they turn the age of puberty and they're driven by lust, they're not going to love you unconditionally. Not maybe till they get older again, they realize life. Pets are also a close thing to unconditional love. But certainly they want to be fed. Certainly they need to be taken out to go to the bathroom. Certainly they get sick and old and need to be taken care of, and then it restricts your freedom. A RV is luxury. It's a little bit more amenities, but a little less freedom in where you can park and where you can drive. That's why I stay living in a car, not in an RV at this point in my life. That may change, but at this point I want to be as free as possible. Freedom is where my spirit yearns to go. People risk their lives sometimes to come to America, just like my ancestors, because they yearn to be free in a land where there's more opportunity to use their creative gifts. Oh, freedom is a blessing. Freedom is almost a divine spirituality. And it may cause you to risk a lot. You risk a lot living a non-conforming life. You risk the approval of others. You risk sometimes your personal safety, yes. But you gain your freedom. You gain your creativity. You gain a level of peace and joy that is unmatched. And for me, that's the way I want to live. I want to live free. As free as possible. I understand there's always some restrictions. Anxiety, stress, worry, they're so heavy on the soul. They're a jail. I mean, there's a house, there's an apartment. That's a jail for me because I need to keep moving. I need to just drive around. I need to move. I need to walk. I need to be outside. I need nature. The apartment is almost like pulling me back to go inside. I pray however you define it for you, because everyone's different. I don't want to tell everyone to live out of their car. I don't think everyone would be happy. However you're going to define a simple life, however you're going to define a better life, I hope you recognize that usually what you'll find is that you are searching for a higher level of freedom. Sometimes even divorce means that you are tired of being in a relationship that restricts freedom. All relationships, even the healthiest relationship, restricts freedom. There was a scripture that says, be careful to get married, because once you get married, you are obligated to not only keep God happy, but to keep your partner happy. It warned people to stay single, but not to put restrictions on you. If you feel you can live a better life being married or being in a relationship, you should do that. So this isn't to put restrictions on you, but it's for you to be mindful. Relationships are a restriction of freedom. Be careful. Do what you want. It's your life. I give you your freedom, give me mine. Freedom is important. I think to fulfill your destiny, I think you have to be as free as possible. How you're going to define it is your free choice.